Hi, Arcfieldweather.com meteorologist Paul Dorian here. On Tuesday morning, November 28th, we have some snow shower activity all the way into the I-95 corridor region of the Mid-Atlantic region. Certainly just downstream of the still relatively warm Great Lakes, the eastern Great Lakes, Lake Erie, Lake Ontario. There has been some significant snow activity, some significant snow accumulations, and that continues this morning. Here we are looking at the latest radar loop of the Mid-Atlantic region all the way up into the northeastern part of the nation. First of all, Lake Ontario, situated right here, Lake Erie, right in this area, and this is true Arctic air flowing over the still relatively warm and unfrozen eastern Great Lakes. It's quite a recipe for the Great Lakes snow machine to kick on into high gear. And here is a very impressive snow band right now, moving basically from west to east. Right now the winds are generally westerly, and that is pushing some of these snow bands from west to east. Again, still relatively warm waters here. That adds to the buoyancy in the lower part of the atmosphere, and basically you get winds that cross the lakes and then kind of converge, kind of slow down when the wind then reaches the land mass here, and that adds to the convergence in the lower part of the atmosphere. By the way, we have a page on the Arcfieldweather.com website called Meteorology 101, and I did a video describing the Great Lakes snow machine in depth. So if you're interested, please go to the Meteorology 101 page on our website. Meanwhile, all the way down into the I-95 corridor region, there's some snow shower activity in the northern suburbs of Philadelphia right now, even across Baltimore, some snow flurry activity, some snow shower activity. This will continue for the next several hours. We'll take a look at the high resolution forecast model known as the HRRR, and certainly snow showers can occur all the way into the I-95 corridor region, right through the morning and well into the afternoon hours. Well, let's take a look now at this high resolution model. It's known as the HRRR, and it runs on an hourly basis. This is from the 10Z model runtime, and certainly the blue here is representing the snow. Let me clear that crosshair there, and we'll run through this on an hourly basis right here and watch that it continues to be a threat for snow shower activity all the way through the morning hours into the afternoon hours. Here we are now getting to the late morning and midday hour. This is quite numerous in terms of the snow shower activity. Any one of these snow showers can cause a quick, small accumulation. That in turn, of course, can create some briefly hazardous travel conditions, especially in those higher elevation areas to the north and west of the I-95 corridor region. Here we go into the midday, early afternoon. Still numerous snow shower activity working their way all the way down into northern Maryland. Again, right now, last report, there are flurries and a snow shower as far south as the Baltimore, Maryland area. Columbia, Maryland has some reports of snow flurry, snow shower activity, and certainly northern suburbs right now of Philadelphia. As we get into the end of the day, the snow shower activity will wind down. This is the 7 p.m. forecast map, and the winds will lighten up a little bit overnight, but still wind chills certainly will be lower than the actual air temperatures, and by late tonight some of the temperature readings will be at the lowest level so far this season, likely down near 20 degrees just north and west of Philadelphia, the lower 20s north and west of D.C. Well, here's a forecast map of total snow accumulation by about midnight tonight from the same HRRR, the high resolution model here. And you can see these bands streaming from northwest to southeast. And again, any one of these can put down a quick coating to perhaps an inch or so in some of those higher elevations across central Pennsylvania, northeastern Pennsylvania, and just downstream of the Great Lakes, more significant snow accumulations are likely. They have had significant snow accumulations in kind of the usual areas just downstream of the lakes. For example, just downstream of Lake Erie, you got Cleveland, Erie, Buffalo, where there were reports of thunder snow late yesterday and last night, and just downstream of Lake Ontario, places like the usual places like Syracuse, Watertown, getting some significant lake effect snows here. And again, that'll continue through the day today into the night tonight, and then things generally calm down on Wednesday. Well, let's now wrap up by looking at the surface forecast maps from last night's conventional run of the Canadian model. And while this Arctic air mass in place now across the mid-Atlantic region of the northeast U.S. is quite intense, this outbreak will be rather short-lived. Yesterday we talked about some of the teleconnection indices such as the MJO, Madden-Julian oscillation, the North Atlantic oscillation, the Arctic oscillation, all suggested to me that this Arctic outbreak will be rather short-lived. We get back to moderating temperatures by late this week and through the upcoming week, and really through the early part of next week as well, back to moderate temperatures, diminishing any additional chances of snow for the next 5 to 10 days or so, beyond today, that is. Of course, we have the Great Lakes Snow Machine on today and tonight. Here we are beginning the day here on Tuesday, and again, some of the lowest temperature readings of the season so far will take place late tonight, early tomorrow morning, as low as near 20 degrees just north and west of Philadelphia, maybe the lower 20s in those normally colder suburbs north and west of D.C. Wednesday remains quite breezy and cold, well below normal throughout the Mid-Atlantic region, northeast U.S., but then moderation starts to become noticeable, certainly by Thursday afternoon, and by Friday, it looks like here's a Friday afternoon, Friday evening forecast map. More rain, likely. PM rain, afternoon, evening rain in the Mid-Atlantic region, the northeast U.S. Again, this is after those temperatures moderate on Thursday and probably reach near the 50-degree mark for highs on Thursday afternoon, Friday afternoon as well in D.C., Philadelphia, New York City. Still stays relatively mild compared to what we're experiencing today during the upcoming weekend, and it looks like another rain event is possible late in the weekend. We're talking about later Sunday into Sunday night. Excuse me, another rain event with those moderate temperatures here, and that could turn out to be rather significant in terms of the rainfall in the Mid-Atlantic I-95 corridor region, way up across northern New England, the interior, higher elevation locations of Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine could get significant snow out of this. We're talking late Sunday night time frame. That moves on by, and there will be another cold shot of air moving in by the middle part of next week. This is a forecast map for a week from this morning, next Tuesday, December 5th. Quite an extensive cold air mass by this time next week across the Great Lakes, northeastern U.S. The chances for accumulating snow in places like the I-95 corridor region, the Mid-Atlantic region, certainly should increase, in my opinion, maybe late next week and certainly by the middle part of the month of December. That's it for now. An Arctic blast today with snow shower activity making its way all the way into the I-95 corridor region. That's it. I'm meteorologist Paul Dorian for ArcfieldWeather.com.